What's up, everybody? I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. Welcome. It's your girl, Absolutely April, or you could just call me April. I'm here to review Married at First Sight. I want to welcome you to my channel. Please leave your input in the comments. I love to interact with my tribe, so I want you to join the tribe. Follow me on Instagram at April underscore D at underscore Harrison on Instagram. Um, so let's get into what we came for. We're gonna talk about Married at First Sight. This is season 15. This is episode 2. So I'm very excited to kind of give my point of view on some of these things. Because it's from episode 1 to episode 2, I'm having some I'm having some thoughts. So I want to know what you all think. Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Help your girl out. I enjoy watching TV. I enjoy doing reviews. So let me know what you think. I appreciate you. So let's go ahead and get into the review. So again, we're in Married at First Sight. We're on season 15. So I want to first start out with Stacia. I'm hoping I'm saying her name right. Stacia and Nate. Stacia and Nate are very much a couple that I'm on the fence with Stacia and Nate. Stacia, like I said before, um, she's very analytical. She's very proud of her accomplishments. She literally hangs everything on her accomplishments. So I get it, but it's like her accomplishments and the things that she's done has been her married partner, like has been our partner, because she hasn't been in a relationship. So that's been her relationship that she's cultivated. So it's going to be kind of tricky when Nate comes into the picture, because if he does not make her feel as good or better than how her accomplishments make her feel, I don't know how that's going to end up. I I feel like they are a very passionate couple. They are a couple that will have a lot of. I can see them having great makeup sex. I can see them, being very passionate. But also, I see where it could fizzle out really quickly because, number one, Nate, like Beyonce say, he has a big ego. Nate has a big ego. So if Nate has this big old ego, it's going to be difficult for Stacia to like to he's going to take her pointing out something as maybe criticism, and because she is the way she is, I guess she's not going to back down from it. She is very much a leader. So I feel like, is Nate going to be able to lead Stacia, and also is Nate going to be able to deal with Stacia's independence? He says that that's what he wanted, was a woman who was very independent. So I don't really know. I don't know if he is really looking for the independence like he thinks he is. Um, yeah, let's put them on the screen. So yeah, I don't think Stacia. I don't think. I think it could be a potential for a good relationship. However, it's going to take some humility on both of their parts. Stacia is going to have to kind of give, kind of give Nate some leeway, and Nate is going to have to be able to deal with her strength. It can be done, but both have to be willing to do it. Um, Let me get some of my notes. Uh, hmm. I feel like Stacia's control makes her feel like comfortable. So I'm very intrigued at the fact that she has done Married at First Sight. I mean, Married at First Sight relinquishes all your control. You can't see the person. You can't, you don't really make the decisions. I mean, and so for Stacia, who's someone who's very much so in control and likes to be in control, to relinquish this over, I don't know how it's going to do, because a married at first sight history, it doesn't bode well for those people who can't relinquish control. It can be done, but it has to be two willing participants. So I don't know. Um, Nate also did speak of his insecurities, which, while he was talking to his barber, he spoke of, I hope she can deal with my insecurities. Um, I feel like his insecurities are going to come where he doesn't feel like maybe he doesn't measure up, because he is very ambitious, and I don't think he's on Stacia's level as far as accomplishments, but I think he's very ambitious, and I no doubt he could probably get there. However, it's going to be, um, is he going to compare himself? Because if he's the type of guy who feels like, I'm the man in the relationship, I should do this, that, and the third, I need to lead the household, and it's going to be hard to relinquish that over to a strong woman like Stacia. It can happen. I'm telling you, it can happen. I've been married, and it can definitely happen. It just takes humility on both of the parts. Let's see. I thought it was so cute that they gave each other the same gifts. So that was really cute. I'm so that just shows how in tune they are with each other, and they don't even know it. Um, so it's going to be like, it's just that I definitely see fireworks between these two. Now, first of all, let me say Stacia's mom is very, very pretty. I love her salt and pepper hair. Also, side note, I feel like Stacia's um, wedding dress was amazing. She looked amazing in it. She looked like a little Barbie doll. So I really enjoyed her dress. Now, Nate's tux, I didn't like so much. I didn't like his tux so much. But as long as he was feeling like a G in it, hey, what am I to say? I mean, it's his wedding and it's his thing. So, but Stacia and Nate, think are very, I think they're very compatible. It's just going to be the clash of the titans. That's what I see. Clash of the titans. So when they can really support each other, it could be an amazing thing if they support each other, and just be each other's strength, because they're both strong in their own right. So we'll see how that goes together. Um, Also, in the audience, when Stacia was coming down the aisle, looking as beautiful as she was, I noticed Nate's friend Megan. She was kind of sizing Stacia up. So I don't know if her and Nate had ever talked before, or if they have been strictly platonic. I don't know, but she was just kind of really sizing her up. Um, I also noticed that Nate is a very sensitive guy. And Nate being a sensitive guy, that's going to, I think that's his arrogance or confidence is a defense mechanism, because I think that he doesn't want to show how sensitive he is, but with the right person, I feel that he could be very, very sensitive to their needs. Sorry, my son was in the room. So, And while they were doing their vows, or as the family was talking about their different, how the family gives their input on the individual, Stacia's family only spoke about her accomplishments. So they didn't really say like she's super loyal, she's a good friend. They didn't say that she would, be your ride or die. It wasn't anything about Stacia, but only about her accomplishments. So that was a red flag for me. I was like, do they really know Stacia like deep within outside of her accomplishments, or did Stacia tell them to just talk about her, play up her accomplishments and that she's an entrepreneur and that she's a boss basically. So I don't know. I don't know, but I really felt like I wanted to get to know Stacia in a more, I wanted to know her more through her family's eyes. And I didn't really get that. It was just, again, about her accomplishments. So I really hope that Stacia really uses Married at First Sight to really bring that out of her. Because she's more than just her accomplishments. That's on the surface, that's good, but deep down inside, who are you? Because she emancipated herself in high school. Like, that's a lot to be able to say that, oh, because I am that strong willed that I won't live with my mom. And the fact that her mom allowed her to do it, that's even bigger. So I wonder what their dynamic really is. I can't wait to kind of see their dynamic a little bit more. Maybe I hope she goes in more detail because I'm interested in seeing that. Um, Nate and his father, I also saw that there wasn't a closeness with them. His dad did say that he was military. He couldn't cry, which is BS. But okay, that's old school. I know that's how old school men think sometimes. But I didn't really necessarily get a closeness from him, and maybe Nate's dad was a little strict, and which caused him to kind of stray away because Nate seems more like a free spirit, and his dad kind of seems more rigid. So I noticed that. Um, So my question was, and leave your response in the comments, can Stacia concede her independence or leadership to Nate? Do you think that Stacia can concede her independence to Nate? You think, I know the word submission is being thrown around a lot lately, but do you really think that Stacia could be submissive, whatever, a submissive wife is? You think she could submit to Nate and be able to allow herself to be led by him? I don't know. I'm not convinced. And I also noticed that when they after the wedding and they were sitting down getting to know each other, like immediately Nate started kind of fishing for compliments. Did y'all see where he said, "So what did you think? How did you feel when you came down the aisle?" And she was just like, saying, I felt like this, and he was like, "No, about me. How did I look to you?" So he was kind of looking for a compliment, a compliment to say, like, you was when I saw you, my heart fluttered. He was probably looking for something like that because I'm pretty sure Nate is a type of guy who had women throwing themselves at him. So I'm not surprised. Um, Now another red flag came up with Nate and his jobs because now he told her that he does software sales and day trading. So in episode one, or in the matchmaking episode, they said him that he was in advertising, and he said that he does something with malls or something, if I'm not mistaken. And now he says he's in software sales. So I don't know. I'm telling you, his job situation is sketchy, and but I feel like he's on the come up, and he's hustling to come up. However, I don't know if that's going to be enough for Stasha. I'm sorry. Stasha is definitely OCD. She said her house is like a staged home, which I mean, I like a clean house, but I also want it to feel cozy and not cold. Because you know how those stage homes, while they are nice, it doesn't really give a personality. Again, we come back to Stacia not being able to go. Seem like she's not able to go deep. She's very surface, is very career. Like everything has to look perfect. What will Stacia be like? Stasha be like when everything is not perfect. Like I don't know why she has this need for everything to look perfect. It just I don't know. I guess we'll see as the episodes go along to see how she gets through, how she navigates that because everything is not about being perfect, Stasha. It's just not. You don't have to be perfect. I think there's beauty in imperfections. So I don't think she has to be like that. Um, I also said that Nate is just so focused on the aesthetic. It's kind of annoying at this point, but because he was like, "Ooh, you have a small waist. I like that." So I'm assuming if Nate got a girl who was maybe plus size and not but beautiful, I wonder if that would have been a problem for him. I don't know, probably so, because he's so worried about the outward appearance, and she's not willing to go deep. So again, a marriage can't survive on that. It needs a foundation, and your looks could be taken away from you in minutes. So, like, she could have, God forbid, a bad car crash and she's disfigured. So, are you gonna still love her? Like, it shouldn't be just. I know, as far as attraction, you definitely need that. But once you have that attraction, does it go any deeper than that? We'll see with Nate and Stasha. I definitely I like them. I just feel like if something sketchy comes up in Nate's past or anything, it's going to be a problem with Stasha. Mark my words. So moving on to the next couple, that would be Alexis and Justin. Hmm. It wasn't, because they've already been married, so their wedding has already happened, so it wasn't really much about them. But Alexis and Justin, I noticed that Alexis is really giddy. She's in the moment. She may be a little inebriated, but I really don't feel like, and she did mention that she wasn't, like, Justin wasn't her type. So I definitely don't feel like she's totally attracted to him. But I feel like she can move past it if she, looks at his heart and see that, he's a good guy and that he's well meaning. Um, I know I caught on that she was kind of like when he said he was gonna fall in love with her, which I feel like he's already there. I saw that that was a red flag for her. So, and she also mentioned that on the after party with Keisha Knight Pulliam, she did say like she worked in mental health. So that, when he said that, that just, brought up a, like, how you know you're gonna love me, you don't even know me yet. So it was kind of, I could tell that it kind of threw her off, as well as the fact that he had been celibate and hadn't kissed anybody for a year and a half. But I thought that he did say that he, on one of the after parties, that he was talking to somebody up into, or maybe it was just this long distance and it didn't go anywhere. But I thought he said he was talking to someone, um, and she didn't know that he had moved on. So maybe it was just, something long distance. I don't know. But he said he never kissed nobody, and Alexis was not feeling that. And then she had the audacity to to yell to her friends like, "He's celibate," and like, that's your husband. You got to protect him, even though you don't know him. Don't be just yelling out his business to everybody. Are you gonna tell y'all business to your family and your friends? Are embarrassing in front of people like that's. I don't like stuff like that. But Alexis, that was a little trifling. Side note, I love side notes if you don't. So you'll see that. But side note, does Alexis kind of look like she would, like, Viola Davis would be her mom? Like, she really looks like the actress Viola Davis. Like, I think she's very pretty. I really do. I really think she's very pretty. I like her. But I don't know how she's gonna really deal with Justin. I don't know if she's gonna be as. I feel like she because Justin is falling so hard that she could potentially hurt his feelings. Because I feel like she'll just say something and she'll probably be a little bit direct and aggressive with her words, and it's going to hurt his feelings because he's a crier. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's what he is. He's a crier, and I feel like he feels deeply, and especially if he's in love with the person. I could see that, really being triggering for him. Um, However, even though she is being affectionate with him in the wedding, I think it's just her wanting to have sex, basically. I think she's wanting to get down with the get down. So if I wouldn't put it past them, well, he may not. Justin may not, but I feel like Alexis, if Justin wanted to, Alexis would be down. So we'll see. And I did say that, and I was thinking as I was watching them, even though she's not attracted, it doesn't mean that that's a bad sign for them, because look at Jamie and Doug on season one. She had a visceral reaction to Doug when she saw him, and they're still together and they have like two or three kids. So it can happen. So I don't count this couple out just yet. But I definitely feel like Alexis is going to be the euphoria of the wedding is going to fade, and her true feelings are going to come to the surface. So I can't wait to see what happens. But I hope it doesn't hurt Justin too much. If it does, because he seems like a really nice guy. I think the next couple I want to do would be Lindy and Miguel. Let's find their picture. Yeah, here's Lindy and Miguel. Lindy and Miguel, they're an interesting pair. I really don't feel like Miguel is attracted. I don't know if Lindy was who he actually wanted, but y'all, please leave a comment down below. Does Miguel give you Jose from the Houston season vibes? He definitely comes across as like a Jose. Like, and it has nothing to do with looks or ethnicity. It's just his outlook on things. It's very Jose like. He seems like he's very low key controlling. And I don't know how that's going to do with Lindy. I don't know if that's going to trigger her because she's come from such uh, a harsh religion where she couldn't dance, they couldn't hug, they couldn't do anything. And to be under that control for most of her life, as a child and, as a teenager, to come into a marriage and feel that control, I don't know if she's going to be triggered by that. I know I wouldn't want some guy who is controlling. He seems like he would jab her with he would kill her with kindness. Like it would be kind, but it wouldn't be the good kill with kindness. He would be like, saying something shady, but he would say it in a kind way where she may not totally pick up on what he's saying. And like her friend said, Lindy's an overthinker, so she'll probably be sitting there in her mind like, is he saying that I'm fat, or whatever it is, or is he saying that I'm not smart? Is He's not going to say it outright and be direct, but he's going to make insinuations, and it's going to get her wheels to turn. And I really don't think that he likes Lindy like that, or it doesn't come off that he's very enamored with her, because he's such a hopeless romantic, like he likes to say. So, and I mean, he wasn't romantic, but maybe his version of romance was bringing out a game piece from Dungeons and Dragons. Is that what it's called? Dungeons and Dragons, and explaining it. And I'm just like, Lindy thought it was cute, but I don't know if you're gonna find that cute 4 weeks down the line, Lindy. I just don't know, because that if he said that to me, I've been like, I don't know if I would have been like Alyssa, but I would have been like, okay, let's see where this goes, because that was corny. Like, ease us into the corniness, Miguel. Like, be, a little suave with it, with everything. Don't just go in with the whole geek. I mean, I know she needs to take you as you are, but kind of like ease her into that. Like, definitely, if it was he was married to Alyssa, she would have went off on him, just like she did to Chris. As soon as she found out that Chris throw frisbees and stuff, she was like, oh no, And then he had them, sharp teeth that she said in his teeth. She was like, "Oh no." So definitely, if Lindy was Alyssa, it would have been a wrap too. So I'm hoping the best for Miguel, but he's giving me I'm kind of getting sketchy vibes with Miguel. He seems like he is a controller. That and that concerns me just for Lindy because she seems very indecisive. Like she looks for approval from people. So that harshness from him could really, you know, I think it could do something to her emotionally. So I'm really not looking forward to that. Side note, I do like Miguel's tux. I don't know if I would have chose that for a wedding, but I do like I did like the tux and I thought he looked very nice. So I did like that. I wasn't really into Lindy's dress choice. I think I liked her first dress that she tried on a lot better than this one, but either way, she still looked cute. So it wasn't horrible. But let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. I can't think of anything with Lindy or Miguel. Um, it's just I feel like Miguel will probably end up wearing her down. I don't know if her friends are gonna, if Miguel's friends, because they seem very opinionated about who he's with. Um, very too much opinionated in my opinion. I think it was they were too opinionated about who he was dating or who he should date. I'm like, get a life. Um, stay out of my business. So I don't know if they like Lindy. If she don't like Dungeons and Dragons, she's out. She's cut. I can say that right now. Lindy is cut if she don't like Dungeons and Dragons. It's going to be a wrap for you, Lindy. But right now, I don't think it's going to work, y'all. I don't think they're going to make it. And if they do make it to decisions, then they're not going to make it. They're going to be like Steve and Noy. A few months later they calling it quits or like everybody else does. I don't know. They really must get some money for making it past decision day because I don't get the whole thing. Like who you like and who you don't like. So I don't understand that. But yeah, if they do say yes on decision day, I don't see it lasting so far. Just because I feel like Miguel got some controlling issues going on. Um, Who's next? Morgan and Ben. Um, I like Ben, and I like Ben. I think he has nice lips. So, but that's not has anything to do with anything. But I do think Ben has nice lips. That's another side note. But he does worry me, about everyone has to live up to his mom. So I like are you going to give Morgan a chance to be Morgan? Like, as soon as she, does anything, if it's outside of who your mom is, are you going to give it a chance? Are you going to run? Like, I don't get that. Like, why do you have to compare everybody to your mom? I could see different have attributes, but it feels like he wants the exact replica of his mother. What do y'all think? Because why I mean everything goes back to his mom and I'm pretty sure his mom is a nice woman, not taking anything from him, but I'm telling y'all, like he's the type of mama's boy. If his mom does not like Morgan, it's going to be his mom is going to win every time. I don't care if they were dating 3 years and he was in love with her, his mom is going to take precedence over everything. So Morgan, I really hope you can handle that. Morgan doesn't look like she's that person who's just going to roll over and take it. So I hope they can make it. But Ben is very adamant that he wants someone who is like his mom. And I don't know if Morgan. I think Morgan has said on another episode that she wanted to go like a deal breaker was if she can't go on vacations and stuff like that's a deal breaker for her. News alert Ben is not trying to go on no vacations to after he retired at 40. So Morgan, I don't know. I can't remember how old Ben is, but you got probably a good 20 years, honey, before you can go on a vacation. So Morgan, I don't see it working. If Ben doesn't loosen up a little bit, I don't see that working. And maybe she can get him to loosen up because he's very rigid in what he thinks. And she's not the typical girly girl. She is a fighter. She likes, doing video games and stuff. So if he's looking for someone super feminine, he's not gonna get that with Morgan. But I feel like she's a good person, and I feel like she might be a good change up for him. I'm, with Married at First Sight, I kind of feel like sometimes they just hook people up with people who are of the same ethnicity, even if it's not totally the right um, the right person because her mom is Japanese, I believe. She comes from a line of samurais or something, she said. So I'm like, did y'all just hook her up with Ben just because he's Asian too, of Asian descent too? Like I just don't know. Like sometimes I feel like they do that, and I don't think that's fair to the individuals. Just because they're two people who have the same backgrounds as each other doesn't mean that it's going to work unless he said that he wanted somebody who was Asian. I don't know. Um, but I'm just going from what I saw on the show. It just seems like they just put them together because they have the same background, ethnic background. So I wouldn't have put these two together at all. But I'm not the expert, but I am the expert. So, oh yeah, Ben has the vid and can't have the wedding, so that's going to delay them getting married, and they're not going to be able to experience the honeymoon as quick as as long as everyone else. So y'all know from Houston season when Zach caught the vid, Michaela and Zach, that I think that was some that got them on the wrong foot. So hopefully this doesn't happen to Morgan and Ben because I think if they give it a chance, it can work. If Ben loosens up his outlook, um, I think it will work. And if Morgan, I feel like if Morgan accepts his rigidity, but also helps him to come out of the box a little bit. Like, you know, I think if she's too aggressive, that's going to cause him to kind of like push back. But if she handles him with kind of like a little bit of finesse, I think it could work. So yeah, I'm rooting for Morgan and Ben. Um, I don't know. Ben is he's a little worrisome with the mom situation. So stay tuned, y'all. We will stay tuned on that one. Next couple, yes, Kristen and Mitch. Mm. They are problematic. And it's not really Kristen. I like Kristen. She gives me Beth from Charlotte vibes. Beth is one of my favorite ones. I won't say characters, but one of my favorite people on Married at First Sight. She has a lot of personality. She's very spunky. I like that about Beth, and she kind of says how she feels. So I like that about Beth, and Kristen kind of gives me some, Beth vibes. However, Mitch is kind of giving me Eric from Atlanta when he was like set in his ways and kept telling Veronica, I've been married before and blah, blah, blah. Like, I know how this goes. And he was just very controlling on how his outlook, of marriage, because he had already done it before. So I didn't really like Eric, but man, I would take Eric over Mitch any day because Mitch seems like an a-hole. He just seems like he seems like a jerk. He doesn't talk to people right. He just snaps at people. His brother tries to help him, and his brother tries to help him, his brother tries to, put him up on game. I mean, his brother is married, hello, and has two kids, so he kind of knows a little bit about the subject. But Mitch is kind of like, she got to take me as I am, and I'm okay with, taking people as they are, but can you, soften your words a little bit? I don't think Kristen is going to take it. Honestly, like I said, she gives me Beth type vibes. And I know Beth, didn't take nothing off of, what's her husband name? Jamie. So I don't feel like Kristen is going to take anything off of Mitch. Um, Now, how Mitch responds to it, we're going to see. But he just doesn't talk to people right. And I think that might rub Kristen the wrong way because Kristen seems like she's trying to have fun, and he might seem like a Debbie Downer at the party. Like the waiter gets his drink wrong, and he's going off on the waiter. Like you ruined the whole night. Like just because you did something, you were being so mean and stuff. Like, and he thinks it's okay. Like this is who I am. Take me or leave me, and that's not right. So that's probably why he hasn't been with anybody or doesn't have a wife at this point. Um, but I'm hoping he will calm it down and that I don't know how he's going to really feel about Kristen. I don't know if she's his type. But I think that if he could get his mind wrapped around like not a type but a personality and seeing because I know that Kristen is in it to win it, but he's so stuck in his ways and wanting to be right. He's saying he wants to be right all the time. Like that's annoying. Ugh, like I don't like that. So like I said, he's rubbing me the wrong way. Um, he rolls up to his fitting in a bike, so that's very on trend for Mitch. Um, Now, Kristen, why would you spring that you're getting married on your dad the day of? Like, girl, first of all, if that was my dad, it would be a problem. My dad would be cussing. They would have had to bleep out probably 95% of what my dad was saying because he, first of all, he's a cursor, but he would have been cussing the whole time, and I would have been so embarrassed. Um, they would have had to be like, no, I just wouldn't have done it. So it seems like her dad is keeping his composure about the whole situation with Kristen, but I know he's gonna walk her down the aisle. And I think that's the reason why Kristen did it because he had no way to back out because she just would have been devastated had he not walked her down the aisle. So I feel like that was her reason for kind of springing it on her because like Lindy's dad didn't come because he didn't agree. And he had time, Lindy told him as soon as as she knew. Um, I guess if in the off chance that Kristen's dad didn't agree, and not been there, that would have been too much for her because she said she's a daddy's girl and I'm a daddy's girl too. So I could just imagine. But Kristen, girl, why did you do that? Like I would not have done that to my dad to put him on the spot. Like that is just not cool. Um, I know I feel like, he's gonna walk her down the aisle. So I don't see like it's going to be a problem with that. Um, and I feel like she knows that he's going to do it. She just she just don't want to hear his opinion. That's what that is about the whole thing. And I can understand again because my dad would have given his opinion and then some. I hope that they can work. Um, Mitch is very stuck in his ways. I mean, his brother can't even talk him off the ledge. So hopefully he likes Kristen enough and she's able to kind of get him to kind of, how can I say, like kind of loosen up a little bit. They can go to the beach together and, he can be on his surfboard as she's out there doing yoga or meditating or whatever she's doing. It could work, but I don't know. Mitch is just seeing, he's just, ugh. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it, y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Tell me your thoughts on Mitch, because I just don't like the way it's going. Like just how he talks to people. Like his the girl who was cutting his hair. Like it looked good. Nothing was wrong with it. And you're over here tripping and then you snap on your friends because they couldn't do the bow tie. And I'm just like, just find someone that can do the bow tie. Why are you talking to them like that? Like he's very abrasive. He couldn't be my friend because we have been in that going at it. We would have been going at it. Like I'm trying to help you. Like tie it yourself then if you want to get mad. Tie it yourself. So it's just like he really needs to learn how to talk to people. It's not cool. Um, I think that's all I got on now. Nothing really, nothing too deep. But I really think that this season, my predictions are that this season is probably going to be the season of people who are not totally attracted to their mates. So that I think that this is going to be the theme of the season, or they're not seeing eye to eye. I think this is going to be differences, a lot of differences, and but I don't think it's going to be on the level of Atlanta, how Atlanta was, or Houston. I don't think it's going to be on that level. At least I hope not. Um, I, we shall see, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. This is going to be interesting. This season is going to be interesting. A lot of interesting people in this season. So stay tuned for more reviews. Like, share, subscribe. Get your girl. I would love for you all to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to do reviews like Married at First Sight. I'm gonna do married to medicine, married at first sight, and probably ready for love. So look out for those if you like those shows. And yeah, just stay tuned. I thank you all for watching. Have a blessed day.